ugly, fat, slimy, heavy, painful. Have you ever used these words to describe your body? Imagine feeling this way about your body for roughly 12 weeks of every year. This is the reality for many women during the premenstrual phase of the menstrual cycle. So far, research has largely looked at this issue from a biomedical standpoint, using standardized measures, questionnaires, and body size estimation methods, and has found that women's dissatisfaction with their bodies is highest during the premenstrual phase. However, these studies have only looked at dissatisfaction with body size associated with premenstrual bloating, leaving out the possibility that women can be dissatisfied with more than just size. So what does it mean to feel fat, ugly, heavy, and disgusting? Is it more than just size? That's where my research comes in. I wanted to move away from this biomedical understanding and explore women's subjective experiences. So in conjunction with the survey and interviews, I've used an arts-based method known as body mapping. This involved asking women to draw and paint their experiences with and feelings towards their premenstrual bodies on a life-size outline of the body, and explain to me in their own words what it meant to them, creating the body map. This method gave women control over illustrating their experiences, what was important to them, and allowed them to locate different sites of dissatisfaction and express them in a new and creative way. Results have shown that women's negative feelings towards their premenstrual bodies were about more than just size. They described feeling helpless about premenstrual pain, cramping, and back pain, and represented this using circular blades, knives, and fire, tender breasts painted as infected boils. Heaviness and physical and mental fatigue was represented as chains and weights around hands and ankles. The body was blamed for punishing them and subjecting them to these experiences of pain, fatigue, bloating, heaviness, acne. All characteristics that they positioned as being outside of the westernized acceptable feminine body, the slim, healthy, non-fluctuating, controlled body. The body that constantly bombards women on TV, in magazines, and on social media. We know that there is pressure placed on women to maintain this body, but premenstrually, this becomes increasingly difficult, and women are blaming their bodies and themselves for failing to meet these expectations. So women's premenstrual body dissatisfaction was multi-layered and complex. It was an intertwining between physical and psychological changes, and how these changes were constructed within a Western cultural context. So in exploring why women feel dissatisfied with their premenstrual bodies, we need to account for the multiple layers of their experiences, including the culture which encourages them to believe that their bodies are unacceptable at this time. Through acknowledging this, there are therapeutic implications in which we can work towards shifting the blame off of the woman and helping women to understand and be critical of the unrealistic expectations placed on them to control and manage their bodies. We can better understand how to help women who experience premenstrual distress and body dissatisfaction by addressing a range of physical premenstrual changes outside of just bloating. We can begin to normalize premenstrual bodily changes in a time of the month that half the population experiences.